Let's go meet the messenger. I guess let's go change. I don't know, maybe it's gonna be depending on the party, but I'd say let's go meet with Velara and Davrin. I still don't know. Should I take Velara and Davrin? To be fair, it was mostly Harding that knew her best, but Davrin, I don't know. Okay, fine. Let's take Velara and Harding. Maybe this quest is gonna be just me in between me and Morrigan. The journal said to meet Morrigan somewhere here on the crossroads. So we'll see. Right, that's what it said. The regrets of the werewolf. I mean, the werewolf, the thread wolf. Meet Morrigan the crossroads, yeah. Where is this? Okay, she should be right there. Oh boy. Hi, Morrigan.
Well met, Rook.
You look very ominous standing right here. Oh yeah, it's just me and her.
How did you get here?
I did tell you I had my ways through Alluvians when I introduced you to the Inquisitor, did I not?
You did.
The Alluvians in
The
general,
music?
yes, but not the Dread Wolf's crossroads.
I would think you have more pressing questions at the moment. Questions about Solus and Mathal?
Mythal?
The two gods have always been linked, have they not? First, when Mathal bade her companion spirit to abandon the Fade and take on mortal form. Then, when Solus spilled Mathal's mortal blood, that he might absorb her power as his own.
Wait. How do you know exactly what we saw of Solus's past?
Think
You have
about it,
her-
Rook. You saw for yourself in the Dread Wolf's memories.
You have her memories,
When
don't you?
Mathal stood against the gods' manipulations of the Blight, she was betrayed and struck down. Yet she survived and returned ages later to aid the Inquisition in its hour of need. How?
I just know it. I know that regardless of what happened in Inquisition with the Well of Soros, and regardless, she still managed to have a hold of her soul or something. I just know it. Especially given of what Flemeth told Morgan at the end, at the very end of Inquisition, that a soul is not forced upon the unwilling Morrigan. This entire time she was preparing to give it to her regardless, and I feel like she took it now. I would say something about spirits.
So, if Mythal was originally a spirit, maybe that's how she survived her body's death.
Very good.
Ah,
Mathal was a spirit turned elven.
just like the ancient
And
elves.
when her body was struck down, to spirit, she returned. Her essence sheltered in a willing mortal vessel. Over the centuries, she journeyed from host to host, slowly amassing her former power anew. Until once again, she was struck down, on this occasion, by Solus. He absorbed her power, but not her memories.
Then where did they... Wait. You...
She does have them.
As you say,
She has the memories of Mythal now.
Assuming you are who you say you are, how much is a fourth elven god going to complicate things?
only as much as you may allow.
Whoa.
What? That was like how Elganon and Gillenane can talk in your head, but...
'Twas Mathal you heard, her echoes. Yet I am not the goddess returned.
what
So it
are
is
you
still
then?
Morrigan.
I once feared Mathal would consume me were I to carry her, but 'twas not so. I remain free-willed and mortal.
Yes,
What
Morrigan.
I now possess is but a spark of Mathal, shadowed memories through which to sift for meaning.
It's
As
all
to
she
our
wanted.
admixture, I suspect you have questions.
Plenty, actually. I like to move on. Hell no, no, I have all the questions. Let's ask the very first one. I know that she has to prepare answer for this, but...
How can you carry Mythal's soul if you're not an elf?
Her spark has sheltered within both elves and humans who were sympathetic to her in thought and circumstance. Mythal's last host was a woman wronged, trapped by those sworn to love her. We may readily imagine their kinship.
The story of Flemeth, how I did really remember everything, but the Inquisitor also summarized it in like a few sentences, and then Flemeth was just like, one day somebody will just summarize your entire story in a few sentences as well. But basically, yeah, somebody... The whole thing with Flemeth having like a lover who was betrayed by a king, and so she consorted with spirits. Everybody just believed it was demons, but all this time it was Mythal all along, and Mythal helped her.
So, there's the soul of an elven god inside you. How does that even happen?
Mythal's last host was my mother, Flemeth.
Oh.
When I learned she intended me to become the next receptacle of an ancient god's soul, I feared naught would be left of my own. It inevitably came to pass on a deep night. I was awakened by the presence of a blaze of magic in the shape of a woman who both was and was not my mother.
Sounds terrifying.
I don't think I'd recover from that.
Neither did I, at the start. Mythal's memories were both gift and burden, this blazing woman told me, but I must accept them of my own accord. The decision was paralyzing. What would it mean to become such a host? What would be lost if I refused? In the end, 'twas something in my mother's voice which guided me.
What was that?
Regret. Not the regret of a god, but of a mother who knew she would never see me again.
Oh.
And so, my mind remains my own. What I gained
This is so
was
sad
knowledge,
still.
both Mythal's and of those who bore her.
Like, clearly, after what happened in Inquisition, I know the choice didn't import much, but it affected her still regardless, knowing Mythal after what happened, and both Morrigan had a rough, like, encounter regarding Kieran. So, I'm just hoping to believe that that exact situation was the one that made those parting words to Morrigan, you know, this decision. And just seeing how much he's changed.
You would have met Solus in the Inquisition, right?
I did indeed. 'Twas before I possessed Mythal's memories. At the time, I thought Solus a scowling elven apostate whose sole passion was finding arguments. He heard me, in all my ignorance, expound on the histories of the elven people, explaining legends he had witnessed himself.
Bet he loved that.
'Tis not a memory that brings me pride.
So now Morrigan can be like, yeah, and I know those memories now too, fool. But yeah, I'm still thinking about what Flemeth said to Morrigan. The regret. It's just, I don't know, I think back to their encounter in Inquisition and how Morrigan just, you know, showed to her how a caring mother was like. And even then, after everything that happened between Morrigan and Flemeth still showed some sympathy and, you know, at the last second, some hope, some love, I guess. But the regret part is something that Flemeth likes to mention a lot to so many people, not just Morrigan. I remember Bethany in Dragon Age 2 mentioned something about we're gonna regret bringing her to this mountain to, you know, release her whenever she got slain by my Grey Warden in Origins. And then the first thing that Flemis told her was just like, regret is something... I might be butchering, but she said that regret is something, you know, that all of us experience, but like make sure not to cling it. Make sure not to cling to it, and it doesn't poison your soul. I'm probably butchering that, but yeah.
Do you have information we can use against Ghilanine or Elganon, or Solus?
The last time Mythal faced Elganon and Ghilanine, she was struck down by the very dagger you now carry.
What about Solus?
You may recall he murdered Mythal's former host to claim her godly might as his own. I hoard no untapped magical secrets, Rook. What I do possess, I share freely with you and the Veilguard.
Valuable information.
All right. You didn't come out here just to tell me you're Mythal.
I am not Mythal in her entirety, but yes. The Dreadwolf has occasion to visit you in dreams, where he portions out advice.
Yes.
And now, after finding his memories, you have peered into his deepest sorrows. Tell me then, what do you make of Solus?
What do you?
I should ask you. Mythal knew Solus better than anyone.
I would influence your answer. Or do you mean to discover if I would stand directly against the Dread Wolf were there a need?
Would you?
I shall aid you in any way but that, even had I the power. What has passed between Solus and Mythal? I beg you, do not ask this of me again.
She's torn by it. She's torn by the decision.
Solus talks a lot about what has to be done, being forced to make hard choices. But it's like he's trying to talk himself into it. I think, deep down, he doesn't entirely believe what he's saying.
'Tis exactly like the old wolf to tie himself into the most intricate knots. 'Tis not malice which made Solus your opponent, but conviction, a belief that only he may halt what he set in motion. Yet Solus was once beloved of Mythal. 'Tis his very loyalty and love for his people that led to the tragedy we now face. You may be in a position to determine how it ends, more so than either of you might realize.
Right. Yeah, like, right, no biggie. I can definitely try to put an end to this. No pressure.
Well, that's not terrifying at all.
You have been thrust into the lives of gods. Fate will have its way, whether or without our permission.
Even more comforting, Morrigan.
Yep.
If you would shape the outcome of your battle, I've one last secret to share.
Gonna turn into a dragon.
When Mythal was struck down by the other gods, it was with her own lyrium dagger, the dagger you now carry. Solus recovered it from Elganon, and from it extracted a fragment of Mythal that had lain hidden within its depths. This fragment, a younger sister to the one I carry, if you will, resides here, in the crossroads.
Oh, right there.
I can open the way for you. Find her, survive the encounter, and the essence you obtain will aid you in times to come.
Ooh. Alright, so that's open now.
Another fragment of Mythal, in addition to the one inside you.
You are aware of what the word fragment means, are you not? One small piece of many, formed when something greater is broken. The first elves were spirits, as you well know, and when a spirit is broken, it may shatter into pieces, each holding part of the original. Among the ancient elves who became known as gods, Dirthaman and his brother, Falondine, are but one example.
So... yeah, I want to talk about survive the encounter part.
All of that sounded great until survive the encounter.
You know Solus, and have seen Elganon, and memories of Mythal. They are creatures of emotion, as all spirits are. The fragment of Mythal that resides in me lived among mortals for thousands of years. She has grown wiser and more patient. This younger sister has not. She is the essence of Mythal as a god.
Oh.
She is unlikely to listen to polite requests, and though she is but a fragment of the goddess, the battle will test you sorely.
If she's just going to attack us, why tell us about her at all? We have enough enemies already.
A fragment of a god's essence is a powerful thing. It may give you options against Algernon and Gillenane, or against the Dreadwolf himself, should he prove as cunning and treacherous as ever.
Oh god.
You would know this aspect of Mythal better than anyone. Could you try talking to her?
I dare say she would attack me on sight.
Spirits can't get along with fragments of each other.
Spirits, certainly, but the aspects of a self-righteous god who have walked different paths for ages? One bears the insult of her betrayal by the Evanuris, and then by Solus, as fresh wounds, insult upon injury. The other once fell in love with an Alamari chieftain and lived happily in a swamp for centuries. Each reminds the other that another path existed, that they could have been wrong, and nothing angers Mythal like being wrong.
Oh boy.
What kind of spirit was Mythal before she became an elf? I know Solus is elven for pride.
Mythal enjoyed ruling and having power, but it came not from the overweening desire to crush resistance, as is the case with Algernon. The emotion that inspired her might best be described as benevolence.
Benevolence.
A guiding hand, inclined to kindness. But like any spirit, when angered or twisted against her purpose, a more violent aspect arose. Where the Dreadwolf's wisdom gave way to pride when the world did not meet his standards, Mythal's benevolence gave way to retribution. After all, when kindness fails, the guilty must be punished.
No, that makes sense because Mythal was seen as like as a spirit, as the elven god of benevolence too, by the, like on the pantheon. She was looked as the mother, but also when needed, when needed being guidance, or when needed as punishing as the other gods, I guess.
If I were to try to talk with her, do you have any suggestions?
She will demand respect, but detest flattery. She appreciates righteous anger, but will not tolerate pity. She is, for want of better phrasing, prickly. But if you are determined to try, then I wish you luck.
I'll see what I can
Thank
do.
you for the information, Morrigan.
I only ask that you reflect upon what I have said. The Dreadwolf is not so apart from the world as he thinks. There, you have the advantage of him.
Bye, Morrigan. My god, all the revelations in here so far. Crazy. Actually fucking crazy. Damn. I want these two on my team for now. Alright, let's head over there and see what the fragment is about. There was another, if I'm not mistaken, there was another Witch of the Wilds in the comics that was inevitably slain by Alistair, if I'm not mistaken. The comics that have Varric, Isabella, and Alistair involved. Alistair, pretty sure, kills this Witch of the Wilds. I forgot the name too, but I do remember.
A god's fragment, sharper than the whole. Prevail, or be sundered completely.
Oh boy. What's it gonna be?
We're getting
Nest of the
close to
Ancients.
where Morrigan said that other fragment of Mythal was.
Whoa. I see something over there. The traitor's last words. They accused me of treachery against Fen'Harel and cast me down from the heights. I protested my innocence and I protested now, crawling with my limbs shattered. But there's no one to hear, so I offer myself up to the execution for that once... What that once most pleased the gods. May the name of Nu Nanel be cleansed with flame.
That has to be her.
Mythal herself. There's so much we could learn if... Do you think she might talk to us instead of attacking?
We can try.
We'll find out.
God, it was confusing what Morrigan told us, but...
You are Rook. I have seen you and your companions. I never thought to see Kunari, who did not yet exist in my time, scurrying about in the Dread Wolf's crossroads. And you know who I am?
Mythal.
The part of me that survived betrayal by the rest of the Evanuris, if this can be called surviving. Solus. He drew me from the dagger that struck me down, but what is left of me can only survive here. I cannot return to the world, and even the true Fade is denied me. All I can do is watch. Why are you here? To beg me to give up what remains of myself to help you defeat the monsters Elganan and Gillenane have become? Or do you simply think yourself ready to fight a god?
You're not going to help us. No. Let's go with I want your help.
I came here to ask for your help. The gods have endangered the world and...
You dare explain to me what they are doing? You are 1,000 years from knowing the proper words.
We saw Solus's memories, his regrets.
You saw the recollection he cultivated like a tree, twisting to catch the sun. You wish for my help? Convince me. Make your case, and I will yield my essence willingly to help you against Elganan and Gillenane. Fail, and I shall kill you for wasting my time, or you will kill me and obtain my essence in doing so. A harder-edged, simpler version. It has been centuries since a petitioner stood before me, so why should I help you?
Oh boy. So, if we remember what Morgan said, she does not like pity. She likes rightful anger. And she likes to be flattered. No, she does not like to be flattered.
If I don't stop the gods, the whole world will be corrupted by the Blight.
That is why you must succeed, so tell me why I must help you.
We know the truth about the Blight. We know it came from the imprisoned dreams of the Titans after you and Solus defeated them.
And?
Oh my god. Okay, don't put a blame on that.
Stopping the Blight mattered enough for you to talk with Solus even after he rebelled against you. It mattered enough for you to stand against the other gods.
And I was struck down for doing so, betrayed by those I had ruled beside for centuries.
You made the difficult choice to protect your home because it was the right thing to do. Help me do the same.
Not bad, but not enough. Let us speak of something else.
Oh my god. Alright.
You can't want Elganan and Gillenane to rule the world. Not after what they did to you.
I ruled alongside them for centuries. I bear them no love now, and they were ever flawed, as all rulers are. Yet the world needs rulers. So set the Blight aside and tell me why I should help you topple them.
The world needs sorted. Put the Blight aside. We need no gods. They wrong you. Ah. I feel like we gods might anger her as a god herself.
What they did to you was wrong.
And you care so deeply for the injustice done to me thousands of years ago.
You deserve justice. And they deserve to be punished for misusing their power and killing you when you tried to check them.
If you wish to prove your worth, you must do better than that.
Solus is helping me.
Solus is using you. Besides, why should I esteem the Dreadwolf's approbation? He rebelled against me.
But the two of you stay close.
Until he killed the tattered fragment of me who hid inside the human swamp witch and wept. You are Kunari, your people bond in different manners than mine. Can you even understand what it is to battle with someone and love them even still? That is what Solus and I are to one another. Tell me this. What should I have done when Solus turned against me after all we had been to one another?
Okay, do not pity.
Solus made his choice. You made yours. It might have been cleaner for you to move on from him completely instead of keeping your feelings for him.
Just like that? Do you feel so little that you could follow such a path with someone you had known for centuries?
You asked me what you should have done, not what I would have done.
My patience wears thin. Choose your next words carefully. Why must I give myself over to you?
I feel like we're not choosing the correct answers.
I am worthy of your help.
That is for me to judge.
I am fighting to protect this world.
Any petty tyrant can fight those who come to their land and claim to be protecting their people. What is a protector to you?
It's making a place that's safe for everyone. That means defending against danger. But it also means building a strong community that works together for the common good.
And what have you built?
Look at my team. We're not just hired blades. We started as strangers and grew together into a family.
Your arguments are compelling. I find you worthy, Rook.
Do you
I've spent
now?
thousands of years watching. I shall miss that. But if what I am can protect the innocent and smite the guilty, this is what remains of me. I give it to you freely.
Ah.
Use it to protect this world with kindness when possible and cunning when necessary.
I will. Thank you.
I offer one further boon. I cannot enter the physical
You have gained
world
Mittal's
or
favor.
the pure fade, but in this place, I still carry some power. Evil has intruded here. The Blight, seeded by Elganon and Gillenane. Find it, and when you meet your greatest challenge, I will fly one last time.
Nice. I thought that maybe we were doing the wrong choices.
The essence of a god.
Thalanast.
Like a piece of the sun. I've never felt something so alive. And now how to use it. The god knows her moment. At least her essence does. When the time comes, we'll be ready.
Mythal's light. Let fly your boys to Mythal. Physical damage 0. 500 damage stagger. Deal 80 added fire damage, 80 necromantic damage, 80 electricity damage, and that night, when the sun had gone to sleep, Mythal gathered her glowing earth and formed into a sphere to be placed in the sky. Oh boy. I mean, oh no. A fragment of Mythal found the team worthy of her power, and willingly surrendered her essence. That power now rests safely with the team, ready for when they find a way to use it to stop Elganon and Gillenane, or any god who might strike.
We did it. We got Mythal's essence.
And we didn't even have to fight her.
Not sure what we do with it just yet, but if Morrigan's telling the truth, it'll come in handy at some point.
Wait, which one was it? In narrative, she's the portent that spurs the story, suffering the first and most of the forces that wish the tale untold and the hero unsung. So I'm guessing we would have fought her in this big old section, right? I see a chest somewhere in here. Can we still go down there, I wonder? I don't know, there's like maybe points whenever you're choosing those options on with Mythal, but I feel like I chose many, like two out of the wrong ones. I feel like I chose two wrong ones. A medallion bearing the symbol of Mythal, a ring with the notes of a song inscribed in spectral notation, music that cannot be heard in this world. Etheric remnant. Pale Reflection. Unique amulets. 20% plus 20 damage versus enemies at low health. Okay. Standard enemies are now always considered to have low health. Does not affect boss enemies. Defeat an enemy grants 5% ultimate. Ooh. Ooh. You know... Solos always thought Mythal would join us eventually, but that she was better than the rest of the Evanuris. He made this place so she'd be comfortable here once she joined the rebellion. Now it's too late. Solo has sealed this place off out of grief. He won't let me in. I'm sorry, my friend. There was something left for the war to take from you after all, fella-san. Damn, I do wonder. I feel like this fight would have turned into an actual dragon. From the look of things, this is definitely like a dragon fight. But luckily, it didn't turn to that. She did give her soul willingly. Well, we did it. We have Mythal's boon. I wonder though, what every time she said it, every time they refer about Kunari not living during their times, it's just interesting. I wonder if I want answers about Kunaris, about the origin of her race overall. Clearly we have something to do with dragons.
Ancient power twice recalled from darkness.
We're back. Morrigan, are you here? No, she's gone. Just like that. Vanished. Alright. Let's go back. Maybe the team has something to say now that we had a little bit of information. Now. Okay, Tash has one. Harding has one. Davern has one. Lucanis has one. So many people have stuff to talk about. Hey. Ash.
Hey, glad you stopped by. I was gonna grab drinks with the Lords of Fortune at the Hilt.
I'm down.
Lord, you should come.
Yes.
Sounds good.
I'm down. God, I love to hang out with Tash. Tash is so cool so far. It's just like Tash's personality to me is just like I don't know, so likable, honestly.
The view here. I could sit with it for hours.
It's dramatic, I'll give it that.
Oh, hi, sorry. Did not mean to interrupt your your tea talk. What's going on?
No one said saving the world would be easy. Just wish it were easier.
Honestly.
Abundance.
Can't upgrade anything. Davrin? Do you have a quest for me? Davrin. Hey, Azan. Oh, and Manfred.
Okay, that's enough. Quiet now. Fine. Who wants a treat?
And Manfred too. I do.
Me? I want one.
Well, I don't have any.
Why'd you get my hopes up?
A little white lie to quell the riot.
Are you sure it's little to them? Yeah, Davrin, where's my treat?
Come on, guys, give me a break. Look.
We're driving him insane, poor guy. Squawk. You got this.
I'm sure a big, strapping warden like you can handle a cat and a misfit skeleton.
What if Manfred bites?
Probably just baby molars. This all sounds like too much fun for me.
Wait, you can't just leave me with it.
Good luck with that.
Oh, poor Davrin. He's learning the ropes of being a parent. I also love that we gave him a puppy eyes whenever we asked for a treat. Alright, you have a new outing? Oh,
Lucanus? Where is he?
is there a note anywhere? Okay. No, but for real, where is he? Lucanus! You're not up there, are you? Oh, he's not here either. Is he maybe with we can check on the map, maybe see if he's hanging out somewhere else. Oh, it says that he's all the way back there. Let's see, Harding has something to say too.
Hey, Harding?
Oh, Rook, hi.
Is there something you need?
Have you seen Lucanus? Bellara made snacks.
Bellara made snacks. Seems like you could use one. Food always makes me feel better.
I could use some cheering up, actually.
It's Solus's memory, isn't it?
They stole Titan blood to walk the world like humans. And when the Titans didn't like that, they just took their spirits. Should I be angry or sad? Why aren't I angrier? It's a lot to handle.
I would say there's no right way to handle. It's like a lot.
There's really no right way to feel. You've been through a lot.
You're right. Maybe I just need time. And a snack.
Yes.
It's strange. I don't hate Solus for this, even though a part of me thinks I should. I don't even want revenge. Revenge won't bring the Titans back. It can't erase what happened. And the Inquisitor thinks Solus can be saved. And I want to try.
Oh, Harding.
I just want to talk. As equals. I wonder if he's even capable. Solus was always distant. Guess it's hard to react when a magic rock's talking at you. Anyway, thanks for checking on me. I'll be alright.
Happy to, Harding.
You're Lace Harding, child of Titans. You can handle anything.
Oh, shut up.
Go get your snacks. Probably also grab a lot too. I don't even know what snacks there are, but I know I'm gonna grab a lot. It's food, you know? And I bet Veilguard is an amazing cook. So I want some. Oh, he's down here. Lucanus.
Back, demon! No further! Isn't standing up to them supposed to work?
They're trying to...
Go. Don't make us hurt both of you!
Ooh.
What's going on? Lucanus?
It's not Lucanus, it's the demon. It's taking him over. He's trying to leave.
Smells like jam and brimstone.
Rook, do something!
Lucanus, wake up!
What the?
You tried to walk through the Illuvian in your sleep.
Spite wanted out.
I need coffee.
Are you sure you're all right?
This could be better. It's hard for Spite to take control when I'm awake, so I try to stay awake.
You can't just stay awake forever. I think that would kill you.
You and Bellara.
Be more careful next time.
No, tie yourself down or mages can help. I mean, I'd say that, we're all in this all together. I wouldn't say tie yourself down.
We do have magical experts here, you know. Once they put their heads together, they'll fix this.
I already talked to Nev and Bellara. Don't worry about it. This won't happen again. And thanks.
On demonic possession. This game is just like, maybe I'm picking up way too many that I'm just like, too much. Where is it? Why do demons seek to possess the living? History claims that they are malevolent spirits. The first children of the Maker, angry at the Creator for turning from the jealous of those the creation he considers superior. They stare across the veil on the living and do not understand what they see. Yet they know they crave it. They desire life. They pull the livings across the veil when they sleep and prey on their sight with the nightmares. Whenever they can, they cross the veil into our world to possess it outright. We know that any demon will seek to possess a mage, and upon doing so will create an abomination. Most of the world does not know, however, that the strength of an abomination depends entirely on the power of the demon that possessed the mage. This is true, in fact, of all possessed creatures. One demon is not the same as any other. Demons can, for instance, be classified. Enchanter Bram's categorization of demons into that portion of the psyche they primarily prey upon held since the Tower Age. You know, after everything that we found out so far, I do see how just putting demons or just categorizing spirits as demons can be seen as a bad thing just overall, because I understand why Solus decided to start calling them Solus always just decided to call them as spirits. Emmerich declares his categorization limited by Nevarran's starness, and that claims he makes the matter overcomplicated based on what she's seen. Either way, speaks only of mages again. Every text says I should be dead or impossible. There must be something else. He's trying to find answers. Alright, let me see on quest. Tash, Dragon Class. So we're meeting in Tash at the bar. Let's do Emmerich first, and then we go meet Tash. But yeah. And then we do whatever we need to do for the wardens.
Hey, Assad. Hi there,